Wow, AI is moving fast. Today we're diving into 3 stories that really show just how fast things are changing.
Yeah, it's a lot to unpack. We've got big changes coming from platforms, those companies we all use every day.
Right, like YouTube.
Exactly. And then there's these secretive AI labs and even international tech giants jumping into the mix.
It's kind of wild how these stories all connect, like different pieces of the same puzzle.
It really is. And it's important to understand how they all fit together.
So first up, let's talk about YouTube. They're going all in on AI, giving creators all these new tools to play with.
And this is big, even if you don't make videos yourself.
Yeah, exactly, because it's going to change how we all experience video, not just how people make it.
Right. When a platform as big as YouTube makes a move like this, it really makes you stop and think about where things are headed.
And things are about to get really interesting, especially with this new dream screen technology they're rolling out, powered by Google DeepMind.
Yeah, imagine stepping right into the video, like you're actually there, experiencing it firsthand.
Seriously, it's like that feeling when you get lost in a good book, but instead of imagining it, you're actually there.
It's incredibly immersive, but it does make you wonder about how we'll tell the difference between what's real and what's created by AI.
True, it's like, how do we even know what's real anymore?
Right, and that's something we're going to have to think long and hard about as this technology becomes more sophisticated.
But YouTube says they're already working on ways to label AI-generated content, which is a good first step.
Definitely, transparency is going to be key.
For sure.
Yeah.
But there's more. YouTube's also using AI to make video editing easier, even dubbing videos in different languages with your own voice.
Yeah, the AI can capture your tone, your style. It's really quite impressive.
Imagine your content instantly accessible to a global audience.
It's huge for creators who want to reach people beyond their language.
I mean, that's incredible, right?
Yeah.
But, and I hate to be a downer here, but it makes you think, what happens to voice actors or translators?
It's a valid concern. The ripple effects of this kind of technology are far-reaching.
And it's not just about jobs, but also about culture, right? Like, is something lost when you remove the human element from translation?
It's a question worth considering, for sure. But shifting gears for a moment, we also have this fascinating development from OpenAI.
Oh yeah, OpenAI, those guys are like the rock stars of the AI world, always pushing the boundaries.
Yeah, and this time they've developed an AI that can actually reason through problems like a human, but they're being really secretive about how it works.
Like really secretive. They're even banning users who try to figure out how it all works.
Like some kind of forbidden knowledge. They're calling these models strawberry, and they claim the secrecy is to keep everything safe and prevent misuse.
Which makes sense on one level, but it also makes you wonder if they're trying to protect their own interests.
Exactly. It raises some big questions about transparency and competition in the AI world.
Like who gets to decide how these powerful technologies are developed? Who has access?
Exactly. And with Alibaba stepping into the ring with their own powerful AI, this time open source, things are about to get even more interesting.
Okay, so hold on. We've got YouTube making waves with AI for creators.
OpenAI playing their cards close to the chest with this mysterious reasoning AI.
And now Alibaba is shaking things up by, wait, did you say open source?
I did. It's a completely different approach, and it has the potential to change everything.
Open source, so like anyone can use it. That's pretty wild.
Yeah, it's a huge deal, especially in the AI world where things are often shrouded in secrecy.
Yeah, for sure. Like we were just talking about with OpenAI and their strawberry AI.
Right, this is the complete opposite of that. Alibaba is putting the power of their new AI, which they're calling Qwen 2.5, directly into the hands of, well, anyone who wants it.
Okay, so how does that even work? Like what does open source actually mean?
So basically, they're making the code that makes Qwen 2.5 tick, all those algorithms and stuff, freely available to the public. Anyone can take it, use it, modify it, even distribute their own versions.
Wow, so it's like they're saying, here's the recipe for a really powerful AI, go nuts.
Exactly. It's about collaboration, transparency, and democratizing access to this incredible technology.
It's kind of like the Wikipedia of AI, right?
In a way, yeah, but instead of editing articles, people can tinker with and improve upon cutting-edge AI.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
But is it any good, though? Like, can this Qwen 2.5 actually compete with the big boys, the ones developed by companies with tons of resources?
That's the thing. Qwen 2.5 is designed to go head-to-head with and even surpass some of those bigger models, especially when it comes to certain tasks like coding and complex math stuff.
Hold up, are you saying this Alibaba AI can write code?
It can, and apparently quite well. Imagine just describing what you want your software to do, and the AI whips up the code for you.
Okay, now that's just mind-blowing. I mean, the possibilities are endless.
Absolutely. This could revolutionize software development, make it faster, more efficient, and accessible to way more people.
No wonder OpenAI is being so secretive about their AI if Alibaba's out here giving away the farm, so to speak.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting to see how this open source approach plays out in the long run.
For sure, it's like a giant experiment
Yeah,
with the future of AI hanging in the balance.
precisely. But let's circle back to YouTube for a second, specifically those AI dubbing capabilities we talked about earlier. That technology has some pretty big implications too.
Oh yeah, the AI that can dub your videos in any language using your own voice, that's still blowing my mind.
It's game-changing stuff. Think about it. Your content can be instantly accessible to billions of people around the world, no matter what language they speak.
It's like breaking down the language barrier for real this time. No more subtitles, no more awkward translations, just your message in your voice, reaching everyone.
And it goes beyond just entertainment or sharing videos online. Think about the potential for education, for example. Imagine students all over the world being able to access any educational content in their own language.
Wow, that's a really good point. It could revolutionize how we learn, make knowledge accessible to everyone, regardless of where they live or what language they speak.
Exactly. But of course, there are still those questions about the potential downsides, like the impact on voice actors and translators, and whether something is lost in the translation, even with AI doing the work.
Yeah, true. It's not all sunshine and roses, right? There are always trade-offs to consider.
Absolutely. But maybe it's not about replacement, but rather collaboration. Imagine voice actors working with AI, fine-tuning those nuances of language and delivery to create something truly special.
So instead of AI taking over, it becomes a tool to enhance human creativity and connection. I like that.
It's a more optimistic view for sure, and it brings us back to OpenAI and their decision to keep their reasoning AI under wraps.
Yeah, it's like they're taking the opposite approach to Alibaba, choosing control over openness.
It's a fundamental difference in philosophy, and only time will tell which approach will ultimately be more successful. But it raises some important questions about the balance between innovation and responsibility in the age of AI.
Right, like who gets to decide how these powerful technologies are developed and used? And what are the implications of those decisions for society as a whole?
These are questions we all need to be thinking about because the answers will shape the future of AI and, by extension, our world.
It's almost like we're looking at two different futures here. One where AI is controlled by a select few, and another where it's a tool for everyone.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is, we're living through that decision-making process right now, like it's happening in real time.
And it's not just about technology. It's about power, right? Who has it, who gets to use it, and who benefits.
It's about control, transparency, and ultimately the direction we want AI to take us. It's a lot of responsibility.
No kidding. But hey, that's why we're having these conversations, right? To shed some light on these complex issues and hopefully get people thinking about the bigger picture.
Exactly, because at the end of the day, these aren't just abstract concepts, they have real-world implications for all of us.
And as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of AI, it strikes me that AI is not some far-off thing anymore. It's already here, woven into the fabric of our lives.
It's in the videos we watch, the apps we use, even the decisions we make. And it's only going to become more pervasive in the years to come.
Which is both exciting and a little bit daunting, to be honest. But hey, that's the future for you, right? Always a mix of the known and the unknown.
Exactly. But by staying informed, by asking questions and having these conversations, we can navigate this new landscape with a bit more confidence and maybe even shape it for the better.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So to our listeners, we'll leave you with this thought. As you go about your day, your week, your life, pay attention to the ways AI is already present. Think about how it's being used, who's behind it, and what it means for you.
Because the more aware we are, the more empowered we become to make conscious choices about the role we want AI to play in our lives.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of AI. It's been quite a ride.
The pleasure was all mine. Until next time.
Keep those AI algorithms on their best behavior, everyone, and we'll see you next time for another deep dive.